Scorpios? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. We're going to read your tarot cards. Let's connect with that Scorpio energy. As always, guys, you know the drill. These are general messages on YouTube, so that means not every time, every week will these messages resonate with you. I hope lots and lots of it does. I hope you feel motivated, empowered, inspired from this reading. But if you don't, it might not be your message this week, so please don't be offended if that is the case. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. All right, so let's do it. Scorpio, let's do a past, present, future spread, and then we'll add some clarifiers. Where is Scorpio headed in the coming weeks? We'll just do a couple weeks ahead. Let's connect with the Scorpio gang out there. That's popping out. All right, so we're building upon this, which I don't know how to feel about that yet. Let's see where it's going. Past, present. Let's get a card for the present. All right, you may end up having to part ways with someone who you had mixed emotions or mixed feelings about. I'm hearing like things like the grass was always greener, or don't be offended, Scorp, but I know some of you will be anyway. But here's the message. You may have liked the idea of this person more than what it actually was. Like in, almost like idealizing, when you guys were together, it was so good, but then you wouldn't hear from them for weeks at a time. Something like that. So I'm not coming down on you. I'm not trying to shame you or make you feel bad, but it was always a little bit unbalanced. There wasn't necessary reciprocity here. And I would even say with the Five of Cups, in the long term, maybe not in the honeymoon stage, but in the long term, it almost feels like the negatives really did outweigh the positives. So in a sense, it's possible that you felt like the universe was asking you to kind of let go and let God, or, release, be open to new opportunities, because they are there. The Two of Cups that stand upright. Not all has been lost from the situation. I frequently say that the situation, in a sense, has been fated because the whole time the universe was trying to get you to see those two. But with these in the way, it just wasn't going to work. Sometimes the Three of Cups can be, crying over spilt milk. It can indicate third-party stuff, or just a general, like, every time I put in my effort, just it get, like, my feeling like you get snuffed out. If you put in the effort, it isn't matched, or it isn't received well, or there's miscommunication. There's a lot of that going around right now. Planetary placements, I think. Planet Mercury, which rules our thoughts and our communications, it's squaring Neptune. Neptune is a lovely, dreamy planet, but if we want clarity on anything, we don't want Neptune, kind of inserting itself there, because, things are just kind of getting lost in translation for one thing. But again, this idea of fantasy and, wouldn't it be nice, and maybe someday they'll change their mind. You have free will. You can do whatever you want, but I think a lot of you are coming to the decision that you may have to release or let go of something that was a little bit underwhelming to make room for something in your life that really fills your cup, that really is meant for you and intended for you, and there's a sense of joy and pleasure and fulfillment. A lot of you probably are coming from a situation where you were not feeling that way. So as much as I'm giving you tough love, in a sense, I'm wanting to say, well, good, because now you realize, now you're ready for the next big step, which for a lot of you, I think it's putting a little bit of distance in between this relationship. And I mean, it's not to say you couldn't ever reach out to this person again, but I almost think the more you resist it and fight it, it's trickier to kind of sever ways with that thing that I am just getting. You guys maybe know it's not good for you or it doesn't make you feel fulfilled, and yet we're wanting to hold on to it because, X, Y, and Z. I'm sure you have your reasons, but are they reasons that respect yourself? And this could even have to do with separating from a job, right? If some of you are returning to work, or you just got a new job and you're kind of realizing, I'm breaking my back to do this, and it's, I'm barely paying my rent, or I don't have health insurance, or whatever. Again, the almost like the negotiation of what you were willing to settle for. I think it's empowering that a lot of you are no longer willing to settle for it anymore. And this does indicate choices and options. So just because you say no to one, even though at one point in time you said yes to it, it doesn't mean there isn't a new option presenting to you this week, maybe in a romantic sense, that actually is much better for you. Something about this may have to do with a Gemini, but it doesn't have to. It could also have to do with another Scorpio. And where are my Scorpios headed after this? So what is sort of future outlook? Help me out here, Spirit. Let's keep it high vibe. Here we go. For Scorpio, where is this headed for Scorpio? Oh, keeping it high vibe. Yeah, this looks really good. You were going to be so much happier when you release what was keeping you back, what was holding you down, what was keeping you silenced or quieted, what was keeping you on the back burner. You were not the priority here as much as you wanted to be. And I know that's really hard to hear, but this isn't news to you guys, right? It's coming up in your past. So this is facing rejection of some kind and being all up in your feels. But I think you are at this turning point where you have a decision to walk away from it knowing, okay, the universe said no, so I'm going to respect that. I'm going to honor it because I know the universe wants me to be happy. I know truly the universe wants me to succeed, but they want me to do it myself. The universe doesn't want, Prince Charming on his, white horse to come and save me. No, no, no. The universe wants us to save ourselves. That's when we step into our power, right? And that's what lies ahead, the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups can be anything. Yeah, sometimes it's depicted with, a happy couple and families and children and this and that. 10 of Cups is exactly what you make it. So if you just don't want to feel sad anymore, the great thing is you have the choice to not feel that way. When you start to invest your thoughts, your emotions in new things that, again, you find fulfilling, something that you find happiness in. And who am I to, try and guess what that is? It's going to be different for all of you, but I can say undoubtedly it is not this. Moving away from, the spilled milk, it has been lost. You're probably not going to get it back. But that being said, it doesn't mean that that's where the story ends. Not at all. This is a 5. You're only halfway there. And look, you're a lot closer to this than you think. You're right in the middle here. So what does Scorpio need to release? I can already tell you it's whatever was spilled. You always have the option to go back and try and fix it, but usually with the 5 of Cups, there's this understanding of it slipped through our hands. We didn't have a grasp on it. We didn't have hold of it. And in a sense, it's like it was out of your control. Maybe it was never meant to be yours. So this could even be you beating yourself up about it or punishing yourself for doing that thing that it could have saved the relationship. It could have done this. And I think the universe is saying it couldn't have. You might be looking at it from the wrong perspective. The black cloak over your head. It's this period of mourning, but you will see another day, right? This is temporary. This is fixable, or more than likely, whatever the pain or heartbreak that you're feeling, that will heal too. Give it time. That's a very personal process, but no, as cheesy as this is, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it to you, Scorpio. This to me is like there's other options out there for you. Better ones, much better ones. Plenty of fish in the sea, right? just putting it out there. If you want this, it is completely available to you whenever you decide that you want to go after it. But maybe in order to gain this, something small needs to be sacrificed. But whatever it is, I would say it's not something that you are finding comfort in any longer. So as tough as it is to let go, I think that's what you're being asked to embrace is the other option or something else out there that it really is much more fulfilling. Maybe some of you just need to hang out with your best friend or hang out with your family, your parents, the people who lift you up when you're feeling down. I think you guys could get a good dose of sort of medicine from the people around you who love and support you right now. What is it that Scorpio needs to release? For some of you, it's a male earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For others of you, it may have to do with a job or some sort of financial situation where there was a lot of greed involved. Not so much for you. I don't think that's it. It's almost like you were offered a piece of the pie and then someone renegotiated or took back their offer. It may have to do with money or land or property. We almost got the house, but then someone outbid us. Again, it's saying, I know that seemed like a really good place to live and you fantasized about raising a family in that house or this or that, but know that there's another one out there for you. The universe said, hey, can we release this one so that we can make room for the better one? A lot of you, it's just like you kind of have to pull yourself out of this headspace of all is lost. That's not true. All is not lost. I promise you, Scorpio. For others of you, yeah, it could have been an earth sign, male or female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, especially one who may have been married. There's kind of like a strong husband or head of the household vibe to that too. So I hate to make it a gender thing. I shouldn't have said husband, but typically King of Pentacles. Yeah. There could have been marriage, but again, this says to me, if you are a Scorpio who does desire marriage, that is completely available to you. That can still be your story, but it might not be with the person you thought it was going to be with. Sorry. What is it that Scorpio needs to embrace? What should Scorpio lean into a little bit more this week? Something to be more aware of, something that they can utilize to help them. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to embrace in the coming week or so? Scorpio. Ooh, that flew right out. Oh, new love. You're welcome. There it is. You actually have really strong cards. Obviously, this one is a little bit difficult. It's a little bit rough. It's your foundation. So I guess my only caution to you guys out there, if you are trying to get out and date again after you had your heart broken, I would just ask you to ask yourself, are you ready, or are you making decisions out of, I don't want to feel pain anymore, so yeah, give me anyone in the room. Like, I'm going to go out to the club and I'm going to meet someone, right? If that's your attitude, again, you can do that, but are you just putting putting a Band-Aid over something that really needs to be healed once and for all? I don't love it when this card comes up as the foundation, because sometimes it can indicate you may be building from a place where a little more healing work is in order. Now, maybe it's coming up as in the past just to remind you, look how far you've come. Look how much you've distanced yourself from this energy, and you're high vibe now. You're envisioning a happy life, a happy future. You see it around you already, right? That's how you manifest. Life is great. Life is wonderful. I'm so grateful. All the blessings I see around me, New partnership of any kind. If this does have to do with a job, same thing. It fills your cup. It's a nice match. There's compatibility. The skills you offer are utilized by the company and they pay you well for them, right? I have to be honest with these cards. It definitely feels more romantic to me, but this is your reading, Scorp, so you can choose to view this through whatever lens you want. I think you have much better options available to you romantically. And if you're watching this going, but where are they? Well, then what is this? Because that is delaying why they're not coming in, because these Two of Cups, boom, there they are. It's coming up as something you need to look for, lean into, or embrace more of. And yet he's facing the sadness, right? He's facing what has been lost when there's something to be gained, but where is it? Why aren't you seeing it? You know the answer, Scorpio. All right, Scorp, that's what I got for you this week. Keeping them short and sweet. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next Monday for more tarot. Bye, guys.